Welcome back to learning chess with me. I'm going to be doing some more basic tactics in the practice from the chess. In this one we're going to be doing 10 different um, exercises and doing discover attacks. Discover attacks are some of my favorite. Alright, so discover attack, getting a winning position in 2 moves. A discover attack is attack when that is revealed when one piece moves out of the way of another. Discover attacks can be extremely powerful as the piece moved can make a threat independently of the piece it reveals. Like many chess tactics, they succeed because of the opponent is unable to meet 2 threats at once, which typically the consequence of a discover attack is the gain of material. They do not have to do this to be effective. The tactic can be used merely to gain a tempo. Alright, so a bunch of words in there that you probably already know, but that are important to remember. Gaining of material, that's when you're actually taking pieces off the board. Again, thinking of how much they're worth. 1 point for pawns, 3 points for a bishop or a knight, 5 points for a rook, 9 points for a queen. Tempo is just more you're putting pressure on them, and they need to move, but not necessarily that they're stuck. But okay, today in this one we're going to be doing discovered attacks. They've got it lined up. In this, it looks like we had castled at some point where white king is here, 2 pawns and a knight. The rook right here is putting pressure right now is not putting pressure on anything because the knight's in the way, but it's in the line of sight of the queen right here. Now what it's saying, 2 pawns, queen, what we want to do is we want to take this knight, we want to move it here. It's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to be a discovered attack, the rook against the queen, but it's also going to be pressure. The king is going to be under check, which means that the queen can't do anything. It's a great looking move. So come here, check, move out of the way. Great, took the queen. And again, we took the queen at the sacrifice of a rook, but that's gaining material. We took the queen away worth 9 points, while at the same time gained for ourselves, and we only lost 5 points, so we gained points. Alright, so now it looks like a bit of an inverse. Instead, it's the king and the queen in different spaces. Same thing, we're going to move the knight up here. The discovered attack is the rook on the king, and now this time we're going to have the queen available to be taken. The king is going to move over, still great. Alright, discovered attack. Now, the same line of sight is not there. There's a pawn blocking the way, and so there's different moves. And this time, instead of looking for the rook and the knight in the way, let's look at some of the other pieces. We got our 2 pawns we could move up, not really do anything. We got a bishop going this way, not really a lot of things going on there. Bishop looking this way, blocked here, blocked here. Now here's, again, we're looking, what do they see if we move something out of the way in a discover attack? If we move our pawn up 1 square, all of a sudden the bishop can now see all the way up, and it's going to be discovered attack against this rook, while at the same time this pawn will be putting pressure on this rook. So I think that's what we're looking for. Yep, exactly. So now, even though the pawn is under pressure, it opened up for this one. And again, if we're going to lose 1 point for our pawn, that's not as bad as taking a 5-point rook. Alright, here we are, more game time situation. Checkmate the opponent, so not just getting pressure, but checkmate in 2 moves. This comes from a game from 1868. Wow, old game. Alright, so we got the king here, so we're going to want to put pressure at some point. Well, let's do our move first. We got our king in a castling position with 1, 2, 3 pawns above it. We have a rook right here. Looks like one of the discovery attacks is going to be right here, potentially. We got to watch out. They have a knight in our area. They have a pawn in our area. The queen's right here. And then we have our knight, our rook, our bishop. So, alright. We're putting pressure this way. So these squares are taken away. Right now, currently with this knight, we're taking this one away. If we move the knight out of the way, a couple different options. One, we can come here. We could take the pawn and go up material. Come here, here, here. Now, go here, 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 and here. Those are our 8 different options. If we move it, all of a sudden there's pressure coming here and pressure coming here. So the idea is, what is there a position we could move this knight that would put pressure on this square? Not seeing it off the bat. So let's see. It's asking us checkmate in 2 moves. So if we move, what's going to happen next? Regardless of what we move, there's only one possible. So the king is going to have to go here to this move. So where are we going to go in a place that will get it there? Oh, okay, I see it. So if you see it, go ahead and comment or make it. You probably already seen it before. Probably yelling at the screen, discover it sooner. But when we move the knight to this position right here, it's going to be the discovered attack, but most importantly, our knight is going to be putting pressure on the queen, which is great. You might be, oh no, this pawn's going to take it. Nope, can't move it because the king's under check. So let's try that. Nope, that was a blunder apparently. Not what they're looking for, although I think this is still a pretty sweet move. You put check, you've lost it. You missed the chance for checkmate, but not the worst series of events because you did take a queen for only a knight. Alright, so that was not what they wanted us to do. Let's see. Two moves. Again. So I put pressure there that time, and that's not what they wanted. If we were to come here, again, the king would come out that direction. We could move, we could take here, but then it could just slip out. That's not checkmate. So let's just try it and see what it looks like. Oh, check, they did like that. Okay, so my first thought, it's go take the rook. That's great, that's advantage. Not missing stuff, but then the king is going to be under check here. Oh, maybe that is what I'm looking for. Okay, so right now the rook is taking all of these spots away. Nothing, the king can't move back into this row right here, and or that file. And so then if the knight takes this rook, it'll be putting pressure here and here, and so the king won't have anywhere to go and nothing can block it. There it is. Alright, discovered attacks. Let's see. Get a winning position in 3 moves. Another game from 1998. Alright, let's see. It looks like we castled on the king side. Brought the rook here. Very common position you'd see. King's Indian defense, I believe it's called. You got 2 knights. You lost a pawn here at some point. Probably moved it, lost it, didn't exchange, and a bishop took it. You got your bishop still in position, knight still in position. Okay, 3 moves to get a winning position. So not checkmate, we're just looking for a winning position. And again, we're looking for a discovered attack. So a discovered attack. Let's see. So we got our queen moving up this way, this way, this way. Oh, I like that. That's intriguing. So what I'm looking at, this line right here, open all the way, take a knight, putting pressure on a king. If we can find some way to have that queen protected, whether it's with a knight or with a bishop, with a knight, something like that, that's an impressive move. Move knights here, knight here, and then this one comes out. You could sacrifice here. So again, we're talking about discovered attacks. And so what if we move a piece? Does something come out? I mean, we could move, this one jumps out to mind, moving this knight out of the way brings our bishop out, but our bishop could be taken. So I'm wondering if that's the move they're looking for. Also, two pieces in the way of your rook to come up this way, but just into a pawn, that doesn't seem likely. You got a discovered attack, you move your knight here and you have a bishop attacking. And then you've got your queen over here. Again, we're looking for a discovered attack. I think it has to do something with this knight. Now, you want to keep these more centralized. I'm wondering, would I attack here, or would I retreat it? Let's try retreating and see what happens. Nope, they don't like it. See, takes, not exactly what you're looking for. Let's take up here. Yeah, they like that one. See, when we moved the knight up, they liked that. The computer said, yes, that was good. Even though we sacrifice it, we're not going to put a great move. We're going to take the bishop here. Bishop is going to put pressure on the king, a check, and leave us open to taking a more valuable piece, the rook. Check. There it is. Alright, discovered attack. We've got our king, 1, 2, 3 pawns, 2 rooks, and a bishop. Alright, now get a winning position in 3 moves from Arnaud Kramnik in 2005 when they were trying to unify the championships. Now, alright, so my first thought is always to put pressure on the king. How can we put pressure on the king? We could come here, rook goes into this position, being protected by the bishop. What would happen next? King would just slip out to one of these 2 spots, and then what? Oh, then you could take the bishop here, put him under more check again. If the king came out to this way, but if the king came out that way, what will we do? Oh, from there, if it does go over here, we could move the bishop. We could move. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. We're gonna move this guy here. You check. Great, move it out of the way. Now the bishop is in the line of sight, so we can pick where we want to go. Anyone else is really ours now at this point. I am going to choose this one. The reason why is because I want to come down to this bishop who's putting pressure on our bishop. Take this rook who's putting pressure on our bishop. Ugh, nope, that was a bad choice. Why? Because leaving it open, yes, sure, it could take the check, but then, okay, here, moves over. I guess, I mean, I could move over here, being protected by the pawn. The king goes back to its original position, or moves over here. Let's try that. Nope, they didn't like that either. So here, check. Gotta move over. Rook could come up and take, but then this one will just take again. We'll have traded off bishops. I mean, could come back and defend it. Let's see what that looks like. Nope. Check just moves out of the way. Check. Nope, doesn't like that again. You're losing. So go check. Move out of the way. Is there a way to take? So it's in 2 moves. So what? Do I just take here? Is that just the simplest thing? Nope. You lose that way. Come here, check. let's see, go pawn, pawn. Could defend that way. But I feel like it's discovered attack, right? So what are we trying to do? We're trying to move a piece out of the way, discover the attack. Okay, I didn't see it. I disagree with that one a little bit, but maybe it's because you lose a pawn and a bishop and you gain a rook. Alright, get a winning position in 2 moves. Tall versus African, let's see, 1973. 2 moves. Okay, I've got a king, 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns, a rook, and a knight. Let's see. Rook is attacking here, preventing my king from moving forward. I got a pawn that could go there. Well, if it's discovered attack, let's see. If I move my knight, though, you know, my positions here, 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 it opens up my rook to being taken. So unless I'm putting pressure on something better, so for example, if I was to move to any of these positions, lose my rook, what would that do? Now, don't necessarily need to do that because right here I have a pawn blocking my knight, so I could move my rook out of the way into a different position. If I were to go up, it doesn't really seem like I need to. Maybe it's, I could move my king over, putting pressure on him. What does he do next? He could come here, here, hey, well, not here. He could come to this position or that position. Let's see what that looks like. No. Oh. Okay, so I'm a little confused on this one. Maybe someone can help explain it to me. So, oh, because it would be forced checkmate. So, okay, let's go back. So, let's go back another move. When I'm here, okay, so I go here. Why doesn't the rook just take my rook? Seems like, oh, 5 easy points. Because he knows, right here, he's going up to block. Because if I move my knight up here, it's under no pressure without this rook here, and I'd be putting check here. The king can't go here, here, because of my king and my pawn. Can't go here because of my pawn. Can't go here because of this pawn, and would not be able to go here because of this knight. And so this would actually be checkmate. And so this is a smart computer, like a smart individual move. Yes, we left the rook hanging, but we were going for a checkmate. So what's the move now? Now that we've opened it up, oh, he came up to prevent, but in preventing, he sacrificed his own rook. And so then, yeah, the knight takes it. We sacrifice a knight for a rook. Alright, checkmate the opponent in 3 moves. Comes from a game from 1968. Alright. 3 moves. People online, they love when they can sacrifice the queen. Sacrificing the queen is like one of the favorite things in the world to do. Okay, so we got our king over here in the corner. We got a rook coming up this way. We've got a knight adding. And we've got that right there. Let's see. Discovered attack. So if the knight were to come somewhere else, get out of the way, we would be adding our bishop to the pressure here, but they would just take before that. So what do we do in the meantime to keep from, do we sacrifice it? Let's see what happens. Nope, they don't like that. Don't lose your queen. I mean, you could come over here, put check, but then the problem is bishop would just take. Come up here, same thing, the rook will just take it. Let's see what they say. Nope, they don't like that. Move the pawn. No, we already tried that. Discovered attack, discovered attack. That's when you move a piece out of the way in order to gain pressure. Let's see. Oh, no, they don't like that. Again, we got pressure coming up this way. Come up here with the knight, maybe. Don't see much there. Way to protect. Let's see. If we take, nope. King just takes. Could have taken with the queen as well. Nope, don't like that one. Practice with the computer. Let's see. And any retreat here is just going to be the same thing. Rook's going to take here. Can't come here for the pawn. Do we move out of the way here? No. Queen's just going to come add pressure there. Oh, they keep giving me the answer. Maybe you in the comment section, you're probably screaming out loud because they can't tell us what the answer is. I haven't been looking at it, but best was queen to h7. Okay, let's try that. Something. So again, queen h7. Interesting. Alright, I sacrifice my queen. The next move is going to be what? I think. So the discover attack is going to be the bishop attacking here, I'm pretty sure. So do I want to bring here, 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 here? If I move here, it's a double pressure there. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Oh, okay, gone. Now, here's where the checkmate is. So now that my knight survived against this bishop, this space is taken away, and this space is taken away. This one is from here, and this one's from here. Now, we don't need the bishop also there. We need the bishop to go here, putting pressure for checkmate, and no way for it to be taken, not by the rook, not by any other piece. So that's checkmate. Alright, get a hint. Let's see. Getting winning position in 3 moves. 1993. Winning position in 3 moves. Alright, in this case, got my king over here, queen, 2 bishops. Winning move position in 3 moves. A discovered attack. So, I have my bishop going this way, this way, this way. Got there. Got my queen. If I attack with the bishop here, they could take. Oh, they wouldn't take back, they would take the queen. And then you'd end up losing a bishop. That doesn't seem right. Can't move over here because the bishop is in the way. Remember, we're doing discovered attacks. Discovered attacks. You move here, bring your bishop up, bring your bishop there to put pressure on the rook. If they take this piece, you win. That doesn't seem like a discovered attack. And the problem is, anything, even if we move the queen, this pawn is in the way for this bishop going anywhere. Is there any way? Yeah, let's just try it, see if they like it. Nope, they don't like that. Move up, move up. Move up there, does that do us any good? Nope. Nope, now I'm just guessing. Now I'm just guessing. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Now I see it. Now I see it. Okay. This is a hard one. So, yeah, I didn't see it at first. This took a long time for me to get. So, in this position, if we move the bishop up to f4, I believe this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, yes, it looks like it has pressure from two places, both the pawn and the bishop. But more importantly, it does, like, they're not going to attack because the queen is now putting pressure on the queen. Instead, they're saying take a queen sacrifice. That's very surprising to me. But like, okay, we'll do it. Queen sacrifice, you lose the queen. But now you get a discovered attack. Right there, check. And here's your choice. You might be tempted, oh, now I take the rook, but you can also just take the queen. Let's see. Alright, this is our last one. Winning position in 3 moves. Okay, we are white. We've got a king, queen, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns, a rook. Let's see. Alright, first impression, could always just go for a check. In either of these 2 places, put pressure on the king. This rook seems to be very limited in the places it could go. Could come here. Let's see what happens if you go all the way there. That's interesting. You put pressure at check, so they have to do something and it's being protected. Oh, so they take with the rook. And then what? Do you take or do you promote? And now you're putting pressure because the rook is there. Let's see what that looks like. Yep. So the question is, do we want to take or do we want to just simply promote? I say we promote, because if we were to take it and make it a queen, they take it. We've lost a queen for a rook. But if we promote to a queen, the pressure from this rook is the discovered attack, puts pressure. They have to do something. They can move the rook in the way, they can move the queen in the way, they can move the king out of the way, but then you can take your queen and take their queen, which I think is the best possible position. Exactly, so now if you take, your rook takes the queen, again putting pressure here, you're going to sacrifice a rook, but you take your winning material because you'll have taken their queen. See, boom, and then from there you could move down, put a check, and start playing around to beat them. Success. Alright, so that's discovered attacks. Sorry it took so long, but hope you learned something. See you next time.